Hey, so this is the backstory, lessons learned, and how I grew from the experience for the song To Discover Me. So I wrote this song in 2021. I ended an 8.5-year relationship with my ex in May of 2020. And each time I started to date someone, different emotions would come up. And really the first person that I went on more than one date with was in late January of 2021. There was a guy I dated for 2 weeks, the last week of January and first week of February of 2021. Really nice guy, but there was just not enough chemistry there for me. But anyhow, during that process of dating him is when I wrote, or right after that, is when I wrote this song. And it's this was really the first time I started grieving my ex. He has bipolar, and unfortunately, I have just had to block him again. He's having a manic episode again that just started, and that's the reason the relationship didn't work, because it was a roller coaster for 8.5 years. Every 15 months, he would get manic, and I would end the relationship, but I let him keep living with me because I didn't want him to be homeless. And when I finally did end the relationship, he did end up being homeless. And I knew that's what would happen, and that's why I let him stay with me, and then he would come down, I would fall back in love with him. So that cycle happened for 8.5 years. But he was manic for 5 months in 2020, June through May, actually longer than that. But when it had gotten to be 5 months, that's when I was just like, I can't handle this anymore. So yeah, it was around mid-May of 2020 that I ended the relationship, but it took a while. You know, a lot of times you push emotions down, the positive ones. If it's a really negative ending to a relationship, then a lot of times what'll happen is, at least for me, I was just glad to be out. I was just relieved to be out, and it took me probably about 9 months for my nervous system to recover, for my adrenals to recover from all the stress of living with somebody that was manic for 5 months, and also ending an 8.5-year relationship. Both of those were really intense. And so I did go on dating apps like that following September, but I told people I wasn't ready to date yet, and some people didn't listen, and that was kind of sucky. But anyhow, when I was ready to date, like the very end of 2020, like in late November, different dating experiences started pulling some of those emotions up, but I didn't really start grieving him until February, until February of 2021. So it took that long. I was just basically in recovery mode for that long, but eventually that's going to come out, and that's what happened. It's like my process of starting to date someone else, got all those emotions to surface that I had pushed down for all that time. So that's what this song's about. And, letting him go to discover me, a big part of that is when I met him, my kids were still at home. So I had not lived alone, for most of my life. I had roommates most of the time I was in college, and, I think there were, a few months here or there where I didn't, but most of the time I had roommates. And when I didn't have roommates, then, well, basically it was just a few months. And then I had kids, pretty soon after I graduated. So I really, didn't live alone for most of my life, except for a few months here or there. My first 2 years in college, that was it. And after that, I did have roommates. So, it was really a great experience for me when that relationship with him did end. I mean, obviously I was just in recovery for a long time, but then after that, it was in the fall of 2020 that I finally started putting dance videos online and started doing a cappella videos. I had done one before when I was with him many years ago as part of a video challenge, but I have really been discovering myself you know, it was at 56 years old. I'm 57 now. But when we broke up, I was 56. And this time of living alone, you know, I did like some traveling this year, last year, 2021, and stayed with some friends. So I had roommates at that point. But in general, you know, for most of the time since he and I broke up, I've been living alone, and it's been really good for me. It's I need a lot of alone time to do the kind of work I do. I write, I do copywriting for a living. So it's, you know, I can live with a significant other as long as they can give me enough space to do my work and enough time to do my work, because I need a lot of alone time. But I don't think I ever want to have roommates again. Friends visit? Yes. Roommates? No. It's a different thing. Unless it's a significant other, that would be a different situation. But yeah, no more roommates. So yeah, I've been discovering myself. I've been learning a lot about myself, and I've been growing tremendously in the, you know, since that relationship ended in May. So it's been, you know, not quite 2 years, but it's getting close. And this has been, I would say, the period of the most immense growth in my entire life. And you know, I feel like I'm really feeling a lot more comfortable sharing my gifts with the world. And this phrase is kind of weird, but owning my power. You know, we all are incredibly powerful beings, and we just are told we're not, but we are. Humans are very powerful beings. We are creator beings, and we can create so many amazing things. We just have to believe we can. We have to believe in ourselves. So yeah, that's what this song's about. I hope you enjoyed the song, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you in some way. All right, thank you.